I can almost guarantee if you gave this to anybody and they didn't know if it was tofu, they would think it was chicken. It's really freaking good. We take the tofu that we set out and pressed earlier. Insert clip here. And we are going to cut it into sections. Pressing the tofu helps take out the moisture, so that way it is more firm and cooks up a little bit nicer. I cut mine in fourths, then in half, and then into little pieces, and this is going to give it essentially like small meat texture. Okay, beautiful. And now that we have all of the tofu cut up, we are going to go ahead and season it. So we're going to take a large bowl and we are going to add, I'm going to do half of the tofu into it. And seasonings of choice. Okay, so seasonings of choice. I'm gonna do some onion, garlic, salt, pepper, and then I decided I'm gonna do just a tiny bit of garam masala just to add that little bit of heated flavor, really warmth flavor. So sprinkle that on. And these are all very much a measure with your heart. Do as much as you choose, as much as you desire. Okay, that was half. I'm gonna add in the other half. Season. Okay, once it's all seasoned, you will go ahead and just toss everything together. Next, we are going to lay our tofu out on our air fryer trays. Okay, so I separated it between the two trays. You can 110% do this in multiple batches. I'm gonna just do it in one because I'm lazy and want to be as efficient as possible with my meal prep. So, as good and not overlapping as possible. Look, I get it's crowded. If you wanna separate it more, go for it. This is how I'm doing it. So we're gonna take this to the air fryer. We got two, one top, one bottom. We're gonna go 395 for 9 minutes. When it beeps, I'm gonna take it out, rotate the racks, mix them up, and then re-put them in there for however long I feel that it needs. Now we're gonna clean up this mess from the tofu and move into prepping the veggies. Okay, and now prep for the veggies is going to be relatively easy as well. We have pre-done coleslaw, and then I'm gonna add some kale into it. I've already washed the kale, so now it's just going to be getting the leaves off of the stems. So I break it off the main part of the stem, fold it in half, and then you cut right down the spine, and that crunchy piece is gone. Then we're gonna do this for all of the pieces. So all of our kale is de-spined. Now I'm gonna just kind of mash it in my hand as much as I can and cut strips. So I got my kale chopped to small pieces like I like. So we're gonna set this aside for dishing, and we are going to now work on the sauce. Okay, for the sauce, super quick and easy, we're gonna make all of it in one dish and then pour it over top when we go to eat our food. You need the juice of 2 limes, some sriracha. You can use hoisin sauce if you would like, since this is an Asian inspired dish, but I'm using the GH Hughes sweet and spicy barbecue. Hoisin is essentially just Asian barbecue sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and whip this up. Rotate. Again, $3.95 for another 9 minutes. And if you're gonna make a sauce like this, measure your containers beforehand on the scale, then pour out what you want and take away, like subtract the 2 to see how much you use to track what you put in it. But I will only be using about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of this in each of my meals. Perfect. We're gonna put 1 serving of rice in each of these dishes, and yeah, let's do that. I made 4 servings of the rice. So 4 servings into our containers we go. And generally with my rice for volume, I will mix cauliflower rice into it. But this week, I already have a ton of veggie elsewhere, so I wanted to do just regular rice. Nothing wrong with just rice. Probably get out. I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna do 5 meals instead of 4. Rice is in our dishes, so now we're gonna go ahead and add the veggies. So we're gonna start with the coleslaw. And I'm just gonna take a handful and a half for each dish. We are going to take some of the beautiful greens. I'm just gonna mix all of this up. Okay, and now that our containers are all portioned out and good to go, we are just waiting on that tofu. So as soon as the tofu comes out, we are going to spread it all over all of the dishes. Warming this up, just throw everything into the microwave. You can either add just a tiny bit, like a tablespoon of water to it, or throw an ice cube on top and then cover it when you put it in the microwave. That will help steam the rice as well as the veggies, making it a really great texture for you while eating. So we're gonna let that stuff finish and I'll be back in like 2 minutes when it's done. Also, I got these little guacamole containers. I will do one in each dish when I go to eat them to add a little bit of a healthy fat in here, as well as some additional flavor. You can do regular avocado if you want. This just tends to last better for me throughout the week instead of thinking I will have avocado and then it being bad by the time I go to eat it. So, yes. Careful, it's hot. We're gonna portion it into each container. All right, and there we go. Our super simple veggie tofu bowl. If you guys give it a try, make sure you take a picture and tag me on Instagram, Fit.By Allie. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.